house, man. You know me, how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house, man. I wanna sit up on the water. You know me, how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house, man. I wanna sit up on the water. You know how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house.
Cameras on it. They just had regular Android phones. So I started off with an Android phone, and you know, I just woke up out of my sleep one day and I'm like, I'm finna write me a movie. I don't know what had gotten to me, why I felt like doing it or nothing. You know what I mean? And as y'all see, the name of the movie is called Ain't No Love in the City. You know, I showed it at the beginning of this here video, and you know, that's the title of the movie. And I'm gonna do 3 days of talking about the movie. The first day is, which is gonna be like the intro. The second day is gonna be like me getting everything together, the actors, the actresses, and you know, all my props and stuff together. I'm gonna do that tomorrow or later on today. And then the last video is gonna be like the outro, where I had to close everything up. Everything came to an end, and you know, things like that. The first trailer I made on this video, I want y'all to check it out. Check this out.
Welcome to No Love City. It seemed like every day I was on a run from the cops, watching out for the stick-up man, or staying away from these hating ass niggas. I was born and raised south side of Chicago in the Inglewood area. No Love City. Me, my name Lucky, 16 years old. I didn't choose this life. I just played the cards how they were dealt. Soon as I found out my family need me, I was at the money ASAP. If I felt like you was in my way, owed me some money or trying to get over, you already should know. I had to get mine, you understand me? Every day the police was on my heels. I would rap about it, I wrote a hit about it, I even did a video about this shit. Ain't nobody ever gave me nothing. I had to get out and go get it myself. I even went to jail behind this shit. Growing up in No Love City, aka NLC, shit, nigga, I was taught to get it how the fuck I lived. We shopped on 63rd and Halsted and hit licks on our brand new bankers. I had to hire a lawyer cause I stayed in all kind of shit. Judge kept on putting me behind bars cause I was a young nigga that was reckless and out of control. Until I learned God don't like ugly, and it really ain't no love out here in these streets. So I had to make a quick decision and make it fast.
Give me some guap. I'ma go give me some guap. I'ma go give me some guap. I'm turned up and you not.
So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think I did a good job on that trailer just by filming it with a cell phone? I mean, I didn't have no cage, you know, to hold my cell phone or nothing. I did a lot of those scenes, and when I filmed, I did a lot of the filming by myself. You know, I would go outside, find a good location, and set my camera up on something, and then just, you know, act. You know, and then like some of the people, the actress and actors that played in my film, they would come, you know, on set and I had wrote up screenplays for the film at first. And then, it was kind of hard on the actors and actresses at first, So I said, I just took the screenplays away and I started telling them I think it'd be much, much easier if I was just to tell them what to do while I filmed them. And that's how I did my whole movie. It was pretty much like a freestyle. You know what I mean? I had it upstairs, what I wanted to do. I had a vision, my vision. They would contact me, I would contact them. They showed up and, they would, when they show up, they would, be kind of lost. I asked everybody in my movie, who did they feel comfortable with playing? Like what character and things like that. I believe that's what got them to be very, very comfortable. Because if you think about it, right? Think about this. If I asked you to play in my movie and you is like not from the streets, a good guy, a good girl or something like that, and I asked you to play a gangster, character in my film, you might not feel comfortable. You might not, look right in the film to the audience. You might not do a good job. So I asked everybody that played in my movie, what did they feel comfortable with playing, acting. And also I wanted to tell y'all, I started my movie. I was the writer, I was the producer, I was the director, I edited my movie, I did all of the artwork, I did all of the lighting, I did every single thing by myself. I mean, I had no help. I came up with a company name I don't think y'all know about yet, but I'm gonna tell y'all, my company name is called Boss Visions. Now, every single thing that I do and continue to do, that's my plan in the future. I believe I'm gonna still use boss in everything. Now, I have a publishing company. I have a liqueur. I also have a clothing line that goes by the name of Young Boss Wear. And then I have something for the ladies, which is called Lady Young Boss Wear. Then I have something for infants and kids, which is called Baby Young Boss Wear. Okay, now that's that. All of this boss this, boss that, boss this, boss that. The umbrella of everything is called Boss Nation Conglomerate. Now that's my registered business. That's the umbrella. That's the top of everything. And then I have all of these other businesses, which is my publishing company, production company, clothing line, and things like that. Listen to me, guys. When you're doing things like this, you're going to have a lot of people that's trying to discourage you. You're going to have a lot of haters, a lot of jealousy people, a lot of people that's just jealous, a lot of doubters, a lot of people that's going to just try to pull you down. But you got to be strong and pray about this thing and have it in you and not on you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people going to be saying, oh, you filming with a phone? Oh, you doing this? Oh, you doing that? I don't think you can do that. I don't think that can be done. I don't think this. I don't think that. You can't listen to that. You got to know in your heart, in your soul, you got to pray about this thing. And you got to want to have a passion for this. Now, like I said, I picked up a phone and did this. Started in 2015. It only took me 1 year to get this film done. The runtime on the film is 1 hour and 30 minutes. I think that's a pretty nice length. Now, I did DVDs back then. I was trying to put it on Amazon Prime. I was trying to put it on Tubi. I was trying to put it on all them streaming programs and things like that. But I think I was smart about how I went about it. I think that Tubi and all of those programs, they get a cut. I'm sure y'all know that. They get a cut. So by me being me, I sat down and I thought about this. Hey, I'm going to put this on a DVD so I can get all of my earnings and put it in my own pocket. That way, no one can get a cut. Now, I was selling my DVDs for $10, $15. They was dirt cheap. The reason why I sold them dirt cheap is because I believe that, people would spend $10 or $15 before they will spend $20 or $30 just on the movie. And then, I looked at it like, it's just a low budget film and, things like that. So I wasn't really tripping. I was just so excited to be doing this. You know what I mean? And I would put everything together. I was excited to find actors and actresses. I would make posts on Craigslist, about the film, and people would contact me and, send me their resume, and I would go over it and things like that. And I would give them a call if I was interested in them, and they would come on set. I even did some auditions and things like that for my film. So, I felt like a boss. I am a boss. So that's one other reason why I started calling all of my brands and everything. I mentioned boss in all of my brands. I'm going to show you guys some of my brands, like my clothing line, my liqueurs, and things like that. I posted one commercial on here showing how I made 15 grand in 5 months. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you haven't, go check it out. It's on my channel. Check it out. I think I did a real good job, and I'm proud of myself for doing it. I'm proud of myself for doing that, making 15 grand in 5 months. Now, don't get me wrong. It wasn't easy. I might have made it look easy, but it was not easy. I got so overwhelmed. I prayed about making a lot of money, and God gave it to me. That's why they say, be careful what you pray for. God gave me what I prayed for. He heard my prayers. And like I said, I was making so much money, and I was so busy with this thing. Now, I wasn't only doing that. I was making t-shirts like this. I made this t-shirt, and also, I had a clothing brand that I was doing back then. I have a music company that goes by the name of Young Boss Entertainment. See, as you can see, everything that I have under Boss Nation Conglomerate have the word boss in it, because I believe I'm a boss. I have always been a boss. I have always had a boss mentality. I have always had a mastermind. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not only a boss. I don't only call myself a boss because, people get the wrong meaning of what I say when I call myself a boss, or say I'm a boss this, boss this, boss that. So I started saying I'm a boss leader. So I put boss leader. I put leader at the end of my name. Now, I went by the name of Young Boss because I used to rap. Then I started my recording label, which is, like I say, Young Boss Entertainment. And when I said boss, I used to call myself Young Boss. A lot of people used to think that it was like, kind of, how can I say this? Maybe, they didn't want to kind of like respect me and my name. So I would have to break it down to them and let them know that I wasn't the boss. I wasn't their boss. I was a boss. I'm a boss. I want y'all to know that as well. I'm just a boss. I'm not your boss. I'm not his boss. I'm not her boss. I'm the boss of what I have going on. Now, when I have workers, then yes, I will be the boss of them, of course. But I'm not going around like bossing people around or nothing like that. Especially if they working with me in my films or helping me do something or something like that. No, I'm not the boss. Unless you fill out an application and you work for me, then yes, I'm your boss. That's what I'm labeled as. That's what I will be labeled as, is your boss then. But I'm not the type to boss you around, be all over your shoulder. I let you do you, especially if I like the work you do. I'm gonna let you do you, brother or sister. I look at it like this. I love to see people's visions. And I like to see what people think. So I let them do them, and if I have my vision, I spread my vision with them, and we put our visions together, and we come up with something very great. I don't only want to use my vision. I would like to use other people's visions as well and put it all together, like I say, and make one project. I believe that's how you get a great project. You don't only use your vision. When you have people that's determined and motivated and inspired by you and things like that, then yes, you work with those people. You get along with those people. Those people get along with you. And you guys get some money. And you know what? It's not all about the money neither. It's not all about the money. I need y'all to know that. I'm going to put y'all up on some game. It's not all about the money, because the money is going to come regardless. It's all about your passion for doing what you do. If you really love to do it. Because I can go get a job at McDonald's right now. I'm not going to want to work at McDonald's. I don't care how much they paying. For one, I'm not going to get, I already know, I'm not going to get along with my coworkers. I'm not going to get along with my boss, because I really don't like authority. I want to be the boss. I want to be the boss of my own self. I want to be the boss of employees. I want to be the big man. I always have and always will. That's why I have these companies. I have other things that I have in store, like I'm getting into the vending business where, I have vending machines and things like that. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do and that I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I do it. I'm very determined. And also, I would like to tell y'all this and believe this. Make sure y'all believe this. Walk by faith and not by sight. And I'm going to say that again. Understand what I'm saying now. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. Meaning, you know that this is going to happen. You know that that is going to happen. You know that anything that you put your mind to is going to happen. Is going to happen. Especially for my praying warriors. I'm sure y'all already know that. But I'm putting these people up on game. The ones that, y'all might pray a little bit here and there. But no, please pray more than pray. Try to give God every single second of your time. I have a girlfriend, man. She be on my back. And I pray for a girl like that. She's really into the Lord, man. we wake up, we argue about, I say, baby, I'm trying to do, my business. She said, oh, I thought we was going to, study and stuff like that. And you know what I say? I just look up in the sky and I say, thank you, Father. Because I asked him for that. I really love my woman. We've been together for almost a year, and I prayed for her. I call her Angel. Y'all might have seen that because I posted it on my page, and I did something for her birthday. If you haven't seen the video, you can go on my channel and watch it. Okay, my throat is getting a little dry, so I'm going to take a small break. And while I'm taking this break, I'm going to show y'all some of my brands, which is like my clothing line, some of my clothes. I'm going to show y'all some of my liqueurs. I'm going to show y'all, my publishing company, my production company. I'm going to show y'all, some of the custom clothes I have made. I'm going to just show y'all a lot of things that I have done. And I believe in not hesitating, not procrastinating. Use what you have. If you see something laying around the house, literally, be creative. Don't let nothing stop you from where you're trying to go. Okay? Now, you really need to understand that, because I know a lot of people procrastinate a lot. They have to they want to wait on the moment to come, the right moment. No, you have to make the moment. You have to say to yourself, hey, I'm going to do this. Just like I woke up one morning and I said that, I don't know, I must have was watching maybe Blue Hill Avenue or the Hot Boys movie, I'm About It. It was a few more movies that really inspired me that's low budget. I think I was watching something like that, and I said, you know what, I'm finna film my own movie. I picked up a regular Android camera and I started making it. I showed y'all the trailer. So the first scene in that is the scene where I was waking up out of the bed and I started brushing my teeth. That was the first scene. And you might be able to tell because, I just had on my boxers and, I really woke up like that. I set the camera up and, I laid in the bed and I got up out of the bed just like that. And that was the first scene. So I think I did a good job, and I'm very proud of myself. But anyway, I'm not going to talk y'all ears off. Like I say, my mouth getting dry. So I'm going to show y'all. I had to get myself together. Okay, now we going to get back into this. Alone by themselves, they good at what they do. Study the bald eagle. That's why I put wings on every single thing I do. I look at myself as an eagle. I'm a brave, bold person. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm very confident. I'm very self-confident, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be up here making this video right now. Do you think somebody told me, Will, get up, go make a video? No. I did this. I came up with this on my own. I come up with everything on my own, and I'm very proud of myself about that. That's a good thing. I believe it's a good thing. I can't wait to show y'all other things that I have in store. Okay, like I say, this is going to be a 3-day video. I'm going to either post the movie at the end on the 3rd day. I'm going to post the movie either on Tubi or Amazon Prime or one of those streaming platforms, or I'm going to sell DVDs, because I do have a box full of DVDs of my movie. I just got in about 200 copies. So yeah, like I say, I'm gonna sell them, and the price is still gonna be $10. I accept Cash App, Chime, all of those, you know, PayPal and everything like that. So if you are interested in my movie, then let me know. Jump down in the comments, let me know, and also jump down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this trailer. What do y'all think about everything that I have told y'all today? You know, be truthful, be real, especially the ones that I aspire, especially the ones that would like to be a director, a producer, a movie writer that like to film and things like that. I would love to hear what y'all have to say. Okay, so can y'all please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button? Okay, so I'm gonna get out y'all ear just for today. Today is day one. I'm gonna get out y'all ear for now. Tomorrow is gonna be day 2, or I might film it today, which is the second video. I'm gonna just do 3 videos on this. Like I say, this is the first video. We got it out the way. Can y'all please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and please hit the notification button so y'all can get my videos when they drop. Man, listen here. Thank y'all so much for viewing, and y'all already know what time it is, baby. Deuces. Deuces, 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 deuces. Deuces, 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 deuces.
You know me, how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house, man. I wanna sit up on the water. You know me, how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house, man. I wanna sit up on the water. You know how I'm rockin', man. I gotta keep my shit in order. Tryna cop that house,